Peace talks aimed at ending nearly 4 years of civil war in Yemen are underway in Sweden. The fighting between a Saudi-led coalition and Iranian-backed rebels has killed more than 10,000 people and pushed millions to the brink of famine. The U.S. supplies weapons and intelligence to Saudi forces. Elizabeth Palmer is the only U.S. network correspondent inside Yemen. She visited a refugee camp in southern Yemen. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning. I'm in a refugee camp where about 2,500 people live, and every one of them is here because they've fled fighting elsewhere in Yemen. They've always been poor, but now they are destitute, living in the most rudimentary shelter, bits of wood, tarpaulins. Of course, they have no proper access to medical care. The Ali family, for example, can't get help for their 6-year-old daughter who has a really severe neurological problem. And just a few weeks ago, a child here died of cholera. The sanitation here is dangerously bad. There are a few latrines, but most people just use the fields. And yet people here are getting just about enough food to eat. And that's more than you can say for 14 million other Yemenis. The number of people the United Nations now says is at the risk of extreme hunger or even starvation this winter. For CBS This Morning, I'm Elizabeth Palmer in Mishrafa refugee camp in Yemen.
It's a massive humanitarian crisis there. Elizabeth Palmer reporting from Yemen.
And I'm glad she's there to remind us exactly what some of the conditions are on the ground, the war that is going on, the war that the U.S. has helped aid, and that will be a debate in Congress about whether to continue that.
Tens of thousands of children have been killed.